Hi, I'm Fiona Gallagher. I'm the Student and Parent Liaison Officer at Abbeydale Cottage Nursery. So here at the nursery, I primarily run the Orange Room, which is the 2 to 3 years room. When the nursery first opened, obviously, as a brand new nursery, it was a very, very small start. Initially, we only had 5 or 6 members of staff, and I think the managers spoke about potentially taking apprentices on. Obviously, just to have a variety of age groups of staff, and being able to support new learners and wanting to encourage them into this type of job, and to be able to sort of track their development and work with them. Primarily for me, I think it's on-the-job training is a massive thing, because anybody can go to college and look at textbooks and listen to a lecture about child development, but to actually go, to turn up for work every day, to get into the routine of having a job and having responsibilities, making sure that you're there on time. I think it's a massive thing for a young student to be able to learn all those things and also follow the job and, you know, be involved in what's going on. We've been very lucky in that we've had no difficulties at all with Libby. She's been very, very keen and very interested. You know, she was thirsty for the work, she wanted to know more, she was passionate. There was nothing that we ever asked her or expected of her that she kind of, she wanted to learn and wanted to do more and find out more about the job, which was fantastic to us. Opportunity Sheffield come out to the nursery, sort of have a look round, speak to our managers about what we want to gain from it, and what we can offer. Libby's tutor comes in, her assessor, and sort of does on the job bits of observing her, doing certain parts of the job that she needs to mark off for her coursework. But as far as I'm aware, you know, we've not needed to make any contact. I know there is a point of contact if we needed to, if we've got any concerns. I think it's a win-win really for any business to take on a young apprenticeship, because you're getting them sort of fresh, so you can get them into your style of learning, your style of the method in which your company runs, and they learn the way you work. You know, that they're starting from scratch, so they won't have come with any bad habits, and they'll learn if what's being offered is positive and it's also, you know, the correct way to do things. I think it's, for an apprenticeship, they're going to learn that way. So I think as a new business, it would be great to take apprenticeships on. I know from speaking to my managers and from the work that Libby's done that there is a job at the end of Libby's training for her that would take her on without a shadow of a doubt.
My name's Libby Harrison. I work at Abbeydale Cottage Nursery. I've been here for just over a year now. So I work in the Orange Room with age 2 to 3, and we have around 20 to 24 children every day. So I've always wanted to work with children since I was little. Like, I always used to play teachers when I was small. And then in secondary school, before I left, I was torn between sixth form or college or an apprenticeship, because all of my friends were doing sixth form and all of them stayed at school. So just before I left, I decided I wanted to do an apprenticeship. I spoke to my head of year, who got me an interview with Opportunity Sheffield, who were in school that day. Definitely speaking to people from Opportunity Sheffield was helpful. Just the fact that I didn't want to stay in school, because I didn't like being in a classroom and sitting down and learning. It didn't really help. I'd rather be getting on with it and doing the actual job, so I think that pushed me more as well. The first day was nerve-wracking. I was so scared. I didn't know what to expect, because I've never done anything like this. It was very hard at first, because you're completely new to it and you're learning everything from scratch, so it's difficult to get at first, and you feel a bit useless because you can't count for numbers, or you can't be on your own. You have to be with a member of staff at all times, so it was difficult at first, but once you've got the hang of it, you feel really good and you can get on with it. I did miss my friends, because I'd literally left all of them and they were all still together. But when you get to know everyone here, well, then you're friends with them and you have chats, so it was fine, and I saw my friends all the time. Once I'd settled in, I felt so, like, everybody was so welcoming. So definitely after the first wage, I spent it quite fast. And soon after, you learn that you've got to keep money, so I had to keep money for bus fare, because obviously I didn't drive at that point. I'm glad I did an apprenticeship, because in school, if I'd have stayed in school, I'd have had to done A-levels that I wouldn't have really needed. if I'd have gone on maths and things, I wouldn't have needed, because I knew I wanted to do childcare. So I think it was useful to do an apprenticeship, and obviously I love working with the kids. So I was nominated for Apprentice of the Year by Opportunity Sheffield, by Angela, who was my assessor. And then we went to the town hall and I won the Apprentice of the Year for 2019.